Janice B. Gordon and welcome to The Business Show. We're on a wonderful terrace in Notting Hill Gate in London, and I have the pleasure of speaking to Meleka. Now, Meleka founded a skincare company, and I'm really interested to find out more about that. So welcome, Meleka.
Thank you. It's lovely for you to come over here. Look at the sun.
Well, it's a pleasure, isn't it? Now, tell me a bit more about why you started the range.
I always wanted to have my own business, probably since I was about 17. And I studied hairdressing, and my father talked about me setting up a little hairdressers in the extension. And that really wasn't how I visualised it at the time. He talked about small acorns, big trees. But actually, I wanted and needed to go into the industry and work my way up through the industry, all the way through to Senior Vice President and General Manager of one of the Estee Lauder companies. But I was compelled to start my own brand, and just simply had to do it. And so this process started in 2010, where I started the research and started pulling all the ideas and thoughts together.
But it must have taken really a bit of gumption at that time to actually leave although you're in the industry, but a well-paying job, all that you know, to actually take a risk and go out on your own.
I won't say it wasn't terrifying at moments. I do have a bewitching hour that's usually about 3 o'clock in the morning when I wake up and think, oh, what am I doing? But even more frightening for me was getting to the end of my life and looking back and regretting that I hadn't had a go. And that was even more frightening than giving up, yes, a very lovely series of jobs in a beautiful industry with lovely expense accounts. And that it was even more frightening, though, to get to my rocking chair years and find that I regretted not having a go.
See, even the flies are attracted to you, Meleka.
Yeah, everything, yeah.
Now, tell me more about the integrated, effective skincare. Now, that's quite an interesting way of describing what you do.
The integrative title is about the concept of the brand, and for me, integrative means it's integrative on a number of platforms, but most especially in that the source of the ingredient isn't my biggest concern, but the evidence behind the effectiveness of the ingredient is a big concern for me. So it's integrative through natural, nature identical, through purely synthetic and made by human hands ingredients, for the most efficacious products that have the best data to support their efficacy. That was the first area. And the second area is about combining not just youth here, but youthfulness everywhere. So I've created a signature essence blend, and it's about confidence. There were ingredients used through history that were said to raise confidence levels and testosterone and attraction. And one of the sexiest things that you see in a woman is someone who's confident. Their posture is great, their eye contact, they're engaging, and people gravitate towards them. And so that was what the signature essence was about. Although we didn't use the animal ingredients, we used nature identical options. So it's about combining all sources of ingredients. It's about combining global intelligence, although it's firmly a British brand, and I've made it in the UK through UK manufacturers, through UK suppliers completely, not just packaged in the UK, and about making sure that we've got evidence-based ingredients in the products. And then finally, it's about creating a very luxurious and efficacious formula, but working really hard, and it was hard, to offer the products at accessible price points for most people.
Now, I must tell you, I've sampled the products, and there's something different.
That makes me very happy.
No, but you're going to be very happy about this. It's like putting silk on your skin. There is something quite unique. I've never had that before, and you really want to just lie in it. Really, it's just so smooth, and I don't know how you get that kind of texture. It's like being whipped up, and that goes on your skin. So I can understand what you mean about it's not just on the outside, but making you feel good on the inside, because it's an absolute pleasure to put it on.
Yeah. Well, one of the other things that I looked at is when you look at the beauty business over the last 15 years, say, look at the makeup category. It's become all about the artistry, the tool belts, the catwalk, the quite at times shocking images images, but they're very compelling. And then we look at the fragrance industry, and the fragrance industry has the really big bang celebrity fragrances. You know, Lady Gaga's got action men all over her. And then you have the artisanal fragrances, the nose, the creator, and all the story behind that. And again, it's very compelling and very engaging. And when I looked over the last 15 years at what we've done in the skincare industry, it seemed to me that we've become very pious. Look back, I don't know how many years, 15 years, you know, first of all, we said you mustn't have fragrance in your skincare because, I don't know, your face will fall off. Parabens are the devil. It must only be natural. No, it must be organic. Now, it's not enough. It has to be blessed by the Dalai Lama, picked in a full moon, you know, Prince Charles having grown it on high grove. I know, obviously, I'm trying to be amusing about it, but really, for me, it was about engaging the senses. And if you want to engage the senses, you can't do that without smell really effectively. I wanted that when at midnight a woman walks up the stairs and thinks, oh, I wish I'd taken my makeup off at 9 o'clock, that when she starts to use the cleanser, that it engages the senses well enough so that it becomes a bit more pleasurable, a bit more sensual, a bit more of a feminine experience, and not as much of a chore. Mm-hmm.
Well, it certainly did that for me. You can tell. But there are a lot of people now that want natural, pure products, and you've made a very good case as to why you haven't gone that, because it's about it working. But surely natural and pure also works.
Yeah, I don't say that natural and pure don't work. What I say is that I want to leave myself absolutely wide open to be able to procure and select the very best and latest active ingredients that are available in the marketplace. And if you have a position that says, I will only use natural ingredients, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, I worked on a natural brand, there are ingredients that you preclude yourself from using, and by definition then preclude your customers, if you have a strong following, from having the benefit of those ingredients, and you might need to find alternatives. What I'm saying is that nature is the most amazing thing that we grapple to understand, and it's fantastic. But also at the same time, I think that as human beings, we've made some positive contributions to the earth, to science, to cosmetics, amongst other things, and that to deny our contributions denies us. And I'm saying there's nothing wrong with that. There is, you know, when you talk about reactions to skincare products, there are as many, if not more, reactions to natural ingredients as there are to synthetic ingredients and man-made. So it's about efficacy, and it's about admiring everything that there is on offer and all the global intelligence there is there, and not limiting myself to one avenue only.
Yeah. Now, I want to bring attention to your amazing blogs on your website. For anybody that is looking at setting up a business, even if it's not skincare, but setting up a business, I would absolutely encourage them to go onto your site, because it gives them almost a fly on a wall insight as to what you need to look out for and what you need to do. So why have you decided to do that?
I had two missions. One was to launch my own skincare brand and to make it a global entity, you know, another British brand on the global stage. And the second one was genuinely to help people who were in a similar position to I am. And in fact, I've had a couple of people comment and say to me, why are you giving so much away? You're either bonkers or you're really for real. And I'm probably a bit of both. But there are many people who are either in a position where they're forced to start their own enterprise, or their lifestyle choices dictate that they really want to do that, or it's just a big dream of theirs like mine was. And I believe that knowledge is best given away, because as it comes back to you, it comes back stronger and it comes back more valuable. And in today's age, where information and knowledge is available at the touch of a button on your computer, you hang on to knowledge and it just goes stale and it becomes irrelevant. And knowledge, to stay relevant, has to circulate, and it comes back to you, and it comes back to you stronger. So I genuinely wanted to help people, and as it turned out, a number of publications have been interested in my personal story. You know, I had my first baby at the age of 48 naturally, and again, that has been an area where I've ended up helping women who are in a similar position, who otherwise maybe didn't have the same level of hope that they maybe do now, having an example of someone who's done it. So it is a genuine desire to help people. And of course, you know, For anyone who's cynical out there, yes, of course, it does get my brand name out there as well, and that doesn't hurt me and it helps me. So it's twofold.
So let's get your brand name out there, and how do they access that fantastic information?
Oh, you can go to lots of different places. The first one is meruraya.com, and you'll also find my blog there, and you'll find all of the press and blog support that we've had and reviews. Another good way to buy the products, and fantastic way actually, is John Lewis have taken on my products, which I'm absolutely delighted about. They're a fantastic retailer, so you can buy them in select John Lewis stores, but also on johnlewis.com. And John Lewis do a click and collect service, so you can collect from any John Lewis store around the country, and even Waitrose, I believe. In Ireland, because for me, Ireland, yes, it's a different country and it has a different currency and even a different language, but for me, Ireland is my home market as much as the UK is. And I was very keen to launch there very quickly, and I've launched exclusively in Arnott's of Dublin, which is a premier kind of local department store, and it's available in their store and also on arnotts.ie.
So the website again?
www.meruraya.com.
Excellent. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you very much, Meleka. So this is Janice B. Gordon from The Business Show speaking to you on a wonderful sunny day. Look forward to seeing you again soon.